Hey, what's good guys? So last video we left on Baku and Deku winning the fight against All Might. In the last what if, I forgot to do the internships, so I'm just gonna do that now. So in the original, Deku went with Torino, but instead he's just gonna be going on raids to further his army and cultivation base. Now, as Deku went to the League of Villains hideout, they told him that they were gonna test out some prototype Nomus in the city of Hozu. Instead of Stain being there, Stain is actually gonna be part of the demonic sect, because the sect is aligned with his ideology, and he of theirs. So Ija still dies, but during the attack in Hozu, the demonic sect is going to be there, killing heroes and Nomus, and protecting the civilians. They're murderers, but they have ethics. This way they can build up a better relationship with the common people, since they're actually protecting them from the threat, and they're doing the hero's jobs for them without any compensation. And since Deku told the sect members where the villains were going to be, they could easily locate and get rid of the Nomus. So by the time the stronger heroes got there, they were already gone, because they've already taken care of the problem. Now back to Deku leaving school after the fight with the teachers. As they head home, Deku goes to the League of Villains and tells them about how even though All Might was wearing his muscle limiters, he's gotten considerably weaker, and how the training camp will be a good place to attack. And after that, he would go to the demonic sect and tell them the same thing. But he would also tell them how Baku is their main target, and how they should monitor him and protect him from the League. Because if he is captured, he will know Deku's identity as a spy for the villains, and that can ruin their plans. So they are ordered to watch him from the shadows and kill anyone who tries to take him. He also tells them where the League of Villains will come from, and where the students will be most vulnerable. After that, he goes on a raid with some sect members to further his cultivation base and grow his undead army. Now the training camp. As they arrive to the training camp, they are greeted by the wild pussycats. As soon as they are hurled down the mountain, Deku powers up his legs with Darkness Qui and bolts forward. Deku is currently at the demonic lord rank with a cultivation base of a high demonic master, with a base physical strength of 69% of one for all, and with Qui a total of 100% of one for all. And with his Emma slave master, he has an army of dead heroes and villains, powered up by Qui, boosting their quirks and physical strength, giving even the weakest slave about like 20% of one for all. Like just in pure strength. I also forgot to explain this in the first 1F, but members of the demonic sect have their own unique abilities. Every human that can harness Darkness Qui has the ability to spread their demonic Qui for Qui intimidation, strengthen their body with it, control people's minds for a short period of time, and lift objects with Qui. There are also many different variations, because the demonic masters have also created their own unique ways to use Qui, but everyone in the demonic sect is born with a special ability. Some sect members have an easier time controlling people and their emotions, and they are stationed in the media. Some are able to create clothes and enchant them to offer protection, and they are stationed in the design industry, so they can create failsafes in them and the opportunity of an attack. And some are just born with the ability to naturally coat their body or weapons in Qui and strengthen it. The ability that you possess as a demonic cultivator will determine your place in the sect, and how hard it will be for you to rise in the ranks. That's why there are a limited number of demonic sect members in Korea and other parts of the world. Now, as Deku arrives early, he simply goes to the room and cultivates. 5 hours later, everyone else arrives. As they see Deku, everyone chastises him. What the hell, you should have helped us. How could you be so cruel? Are you kidding me? You're supposed to be heroes. You're not gonna have people to rely on when you get in a fight with the villain. Your lives are meaningless. Your job is to protect civilians. Whether you die or not, that's not my concern. I shouldn't have to tell you what it means to be a hero. You pathetic lot signed up for this. You're the problem with heroes. You don't care about civilians. All you care about is yourself and money. As he let off Darkness Qui, everyone started to get scared and hallucinate. Some were muttering, I am the problem. We're not gonna be heroes. As he walked away and everyone went back to normal. Now to the training. In the morning, Deku simply practices his martial art on punching bags. He also does weight training and jogs through the forest. And during the night, while everyone else is eating, he cultivates alone. People try to approach him, but he tells them to leave him alone because he thinks they're pathetic. So people just think that he's weird. While he's cultivating, someone approaches him. I can sense you. What do you want? I thought I told you people to leave me alone. Sorry, I just wanted to bring you some food, said Kota, as he sits next to Deku and says, why aren't you eating? I'm used to going through long periods of time without eating. It just became a habit. And why aren't you with the rest of those pathetic losers? Because they're, as you said, pathetic losers trying to play hero. In the end, they're all just weaklings trying to master greed and desire by saying it's to protect people, when in reality they only care for themselves. Aren't you trying to be a hero? No, I'm not. I detest heroes and villains, ruining the lives of civilians with their diseases called quirks, trying to mask what they're doing in the name of helping people. Innocent people have to suffer because of their desires. It just disgusts me. Finally, someone else shares my view about this twisted and fucked up society, says Kota, as he says, enjoy your dinner, and walks off. Next day as they're turning, the villains start to appear. Deku looks around, but he can't find Kota. He finds it strange because he's usually always with his aunt. As the second members start to appear, they start to attack the villains and students. But since Stain wasn't caught, his ideology wasn't spread, so Toga, Dabi, Spinner, and Magni aren't going to be in the league. since they weren't inspired by his ideas. So as Deku is looking for Koda, he extends his Kui over the area, feeling everything that's in it, and when he feels Koda in the mountains, he goes to him. As Koda is about to be killed by Muscular, Deku enforces his body with Darkness Kui and kicks Muscular in the balls. Then after that, he follows it up with a volleyball slam to the head. And as Muscular falls to the ground, Deku viciously starts stomping on his body, and as Muscular is begging for his life, saying, "Please stop. Heroes don't kill." "Well, too bad I'm not a hero," said Deku, as he lifts up Muscular and snaps his neck. As Deku picks up Koda and brings him to a safe place and tells demonic Sect members to watch over him and protect him, Koda says, "Who are you?" "I'm someone who's gonna rid this world of quirks and restore it to its natural order," as he goes to kill heroes and villains. After the event is over, half of Class 1A has been killed, including the Wild Pussycats, but the death toll also includes Mustard, Mr. Compress, and Moonfish on the villain side. All while All Might is in the jacuzzi, wearing his noise-canceling headphones, listening to Mozart and such as his students are being ripped limb from limb. Koda's aunt being killed by the Nomos is even angry at the heroes and villains because they took everything from him. So Deku decides to adopt him and give him another chance at life and says, "This world is evil and putrid and utterly disgusting. Both our parents and family members are killed by villains and they desire to protect. Let us rid this world of those diseases called quirks and bring this world into a new age of Kui, natural power." As Deku lets off Kui, showing a bright dark red aura around Deku. "Will you, Kota, join me in the pursuit to change this terrible world?" And Kota bows his head and says, "Yes, master." As Kota then joins the demonic sect. After the event is over, the surviving students are praised, and Yue's reputation has been stained since they not only lost Class 1B, but also half of Class 1A in barely the first or second term and the students' freshman years. So to combat this, Nezu makes the students move into the dormitories a lot faster. Also, All For One and All Might don't fight because Bakugo wasn't captured, so they didn't go to rescue him. But now back to Yue. So Deku goes to the teachers while they're having a meeting and cries and says, "I was a mole. They had my mother and forced me to do it, or else they would have killed her. They already killed her and my classmates. They said they wouldn't, and they did. Even though they said they would spare them. I know where their hideout is. You have to do something. Please, you have to." He starts to fake cry. They start to comfort him and tell him that it's okay. And then they start to assemble heroes and prepare to launch an attack in the hideout of the League of Villains. And out of the fight between the heroes and villains, all the top heroes go with All Might as they burst through the villain hideout and charge All For One. He immediately tells Kokiri to teleport Tomer away and bring the high-class Nomos and Gigantomachia. So it is an extremely tough battle, not only for the heroes but the villains. While all the heroes and villains are dead, and the only ones that remain are All For One and All Might, "You're not gonna leave me out on the fun, are you?" says Deku, as he walks in with his demonic Sect patriarch clothes. As they both stutter, "Deku?" "Yes, it is I, Deku, also known as the leader of the demonic Sect." And they both say, "I thought you were on our side." If only it were so. But I must thank you. You two have provided me with the chance of killing two of the people I hate most. But All Might said, "Why would you hate me? I'm a hero. I protect people." "Protect people, huh? You didn't protect my mother when you killed her in cold blood. Do you both remember the last time you fought and sent giant blasts towards each other? Well, guess what? My mother and the other demonic Sect members died right in front of me, protecting me from you two. So don't act as if you're some saint. And you, All For One. Last time you followed my father, you'd raided one of our minor Sect training grounds. You killed my cousins, my uncles, and got your ass handed to you by my father, and he sent you running. You, the manifestation, no, the pinnacle of human disease. Not only can you take diseases, but you can also pass them on to people. So I'm happy that with your death, I can put an end to millions of diseases that you carry. Now, for the finale, Deku forms a mask out of his Kui and puts it on his face, and then signals for his demonic Sect members to broadcast as they turn on the cameras and broadcast Deku and All For One and All Might. As he distorts his voice and says, "People of Earth, these were the two strongest men of their respective groups. The number one hero and the number one villain. Now witness as both of them are killed." As Deku, holding both of them up by their necks, starts sucking the souls out of them. As everyone watching TV can see their bodies turn wrinkly and pale, as they start to turn into dust like an infinity war, as they simply vanish. Everyone watching this is astonished and scared, including heroes and villains. As Deku says, "Most of the strongest people have been killed, both on the hero side and the villain side, as the strongest Nomos have been killed. So the top heroes 1 through 15, and a lot of other minor heroes. So from now on, you have two options. You can either bow to me and quit your villain or hero life, or you will be hunted down and killed by none other than yours truly." After this, the whole world is in shock as two of the strongest people have just been killed. And after the event, Deku ordered his Sect members publicly kill heroes and villains that they come across. There was no more hiding. The demonic sect had made itself known to the world that it was back to reclaim and usher it into a new age of darkness. As Deku and his sect were going on raids, destroying gangs they came across, Overhaul's Yakuza group. After finding out that Overhaul's group was responsible for quick erasing bullets, Deku decides to kill them and take their equipment, as Deku holds Melissa's shield. If you haven't seen the movie, it's fine, I'm changing things, it's not gonna matter. Hey Melissa, I might have a lead on how to get rid of quirks. Really? How? Well, I found this Yakuza group, and apparently they're producing quirk erasing bullets through this girl, Eri. She has the ability to rewind people's bodies, and she can affect people's quirk gene. With further tests and research, can you create a cure for the diseases they call quirks, and save humanity? Yes, my love, I'd do anything for you. Great, then after I'm done, I'll send her to you. So in this what if, Melissa's gonna hate villains and heroes, because I'm gonna say that they killed her mother as collateral damage, and she hates All Might because he left America a day later because someone in Japan was also being kidnapped and forced to die. And instead of All Might saving her mom, All Might wants to save the person in Japan. As Deku with Koda walks into the Yakuza territory, as the Yakuza thugs approach him and say, "You think because you killed off one in All Might, we're just gonna back down?" I was hoping you'd say that to Deku, as he summoned All Might and All for One, as they were both enveloped in darkness, staring at the Yakuza members, as Deku said, "Kill them." As All Might with a signature grin reared his arm back, everyone seeing this screamed, "No, no, 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 no," as he performed a Detroit smash at 150%, killing the Yakuza members. Because with the added darkness he's practically unstoppable. As the smoke cleared, everyone in the hideout was dead, except Overhaul, as half of his body had been destroyed as he grew back together and regrew Eri and his quirk raising bullets and said, "What the hell? Oh, I'm sorry, I haven't introduced myself yet. I am the leader of the demonic sect, the one who will lead this world into a new age. And part of my job is destroying gangs, and you're part of one. Does that clear up the misunderstanding?" said Deku, as he grabbed Overhaul and held him by the throat. "What are you trying to accomplish?" "Well, since you're about to die, I'll tell you. I'm trying to get rid of quirks." "Oh, well, too bad," said Overhaul, as he shot a quirk erasing bullet at Eri. Deku used Queen caught in the air and said, not so fast. Your kind disgusts me. You're really gonna shoot a little girl? Pathetic." "Well, you can't use her, she's dead," said Overhaul. With the last of his strength, he blew up Eri. "Huh, what now?" "Well, I'll kill you and revive her." Wait, as Deku snapped his neck and then revived Overhaul. "What do you want, Master? Your wish is my command. Revive Eri." "Yes, Master." As Eri was revived, Deku said, "Look, I know you've had a tough time. All of that's gonna be better now, believe me. I'll do everything in my power to help you. But with your help, we can change the society for the better, with no quirks and no people hurting each other for their selfish desires." As Koda reached out his hand and said, "Come on, let's go." As Eri took his hand and they left to the demonic sect. Oh yeah, I just realized that I said that everyone in the sect has their own unique ability. That's wrong, I meant to say talent. But yeah, like and subscribe and sub, and don't be a bitch. Bye!